video on Cold War, we had discussed what was Cold War and how did America and Russia, so called now, and it was earlier called USSR, came up as a powerful blocs that we had discussed earlier. Now today we will discuss that what were the various alliance systems made by these super powers. Children, they made the alliance systems. The one USA made NATO and CENTO. USSR made CETO or Baghdad Pact. These alliances, NATO was made, these alliances were made by USA. USA entered into the alliance system with Western European countries called as North Atlantic Treaty Organization. This treaty was formed in 1949 with Western European countries and in South Asia, Southeast Asia, and Middle East. It formed CENTO. So the number of alliances showed how powerful USA was becoming. On the other hand, USSR with China entered into the CETO. CENTO Organization Treaty, and this treaty was carried out with The Eastern European countries. European countries like Poland, Lithuania, Yugoslavia, Czechoslovakia. These were the Eastern countries. So now during this period, the period from 1945 onwards saw the major alliance systems. The Baghdad Pact of USSR was formed in 1955. Now, the question is, why did superpowers enter into alliance system? Basic reason is, point 1, to show the power. Number 2, to spy. Number 3, to use vital resources and come closer to the enemy. These were the 4 reasons why superpower entered into the alliance system, whether USA or USSR. The second question after this alliance system is that what were the areas of Cold War? That means the superpowers, as in the earlier video we had discussed, the crisis, tensions and conflicts between the 2 bloc powers. This is the same that in number of countries they had fought local wars. Such is called as the areas or the arenas. For example, in Korea between 1950 to 53, America and USSR fought the local war. In Congo, they fought in the early 60s. They fought in Syria. They fought in Lebanon. They fought in Vietnam. And they also fought in Afghanistan. So these countries, where they came closer to each other, they fought against each other, but such all countries and the wars were localized only. Localized means they had not gone beyond that particular area. So this is called as the areas or arenas of Cold War. We had seen Vietnam fighting from 70s, and we had seen the Afghanistan, the war which took place from 80s. So in both these periods, time period of 60s, 70s, 80s, there were wars, but such wars were all localized wars. Then very interesting thing, we have to take up another question, another point, that what were the challenges to the block system or block powers or superpowers. This is very important because in this we will discuss that, like this is Asia, this is Europe, this is America, North and South, this is Africa, and this is Australia. We know, children, that during the 20th century, the Axis, Allied, the superpowers, the developed countries, they were into the process of colonization. Each country had the colonies, and during the period of 1940s onwards, the countries which were under the America, UK, Holland, France, or any other developed powerful, Russia, Soviet Union, for example, mainly the African and Asian countries, they were coming closer. The members, the leaders of these very countries, colonized countries, those who were the colony for these European countries, they were coming together and discussing the point that whenever they will get independence, they will not align to any power block. This was the main point of their discussions. And in this we say that mainly the countries of Asia and countries of Africa, they had Asia and Africa countries had entered into the meeting agreement that in 1946 under Afro-Asian Conference that they will form an independent organization. So when the developed countries, when the powerful countries started giving the independence to these Afro-Asian countries, they formed an organization. The founder, the name of the organization is NAM. And the founder members were Marshal Tito of Yugoslavia, one. Number 2, Pandit J.L. Nehru of India, President Nasser of Egypt, and President Sukarno of Indonesia, and Kwame, I will write it over here, Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. So, Marshal Tito of Yugoslavia, President Nasser of Egypt, President Sukarno of Indonesia, Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana, and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru of India formed an organization called as NAM, which was now an independent organization, which said that the countries who will join this will not align either to USA or USSR. Children, what is NAM now will be discussed in the next video. Thank you.